Hello, today we are discussing about the mass diffusivity of the system. So, starting with the diffusivity of gases and gas phase diffusion coefficient. So, here in this table you can see there are the combination of gas are listed here along with their diffusivity. You can see here air CH4 mixture, air CO2 mixture having diffusivity at the order of 1.96, 1.42, and as you move from here to here you can see the diffusivity of the system is changing and it's a function of temperature also. So you can see the order of magnitude of the diffusivity of gases are the 10 power 5 and the unit is meter square per second. So one of the most common method to estimate the binary gas diffusivity in low pressure system was proposed by Wilke and Lee in 1955. So in this method, DAV can be calculated by this formula where DAV is the diffusion coefficient, MA and ME is the molecular weight of A and B respectively, T is the temperature, P is the pressure, sigma AB is the collision diameter, and this omega is the diffusion collision integral. So in this equation, MAB is defined as 2 1 by MA plus 1 upon MB inverse. And for the binary system of nonpolar molecular pair, the Lennard-Jones parameter can be obtained from the pure component by the following expression. So here sigma AB is equal to 0.5 sigma A plus sigma B, whereas epsilon AB equal to sigma epsilon A and epsilon B to power 1 by 2. So the value of sigma, epsilon A upon K and B we are given here. So by using these values, we can obtain the value of omega. So the other parameters are given in this table. So by using these constant value, we are able to obtain omega D. Based upon that, we can obtain the sigma AB, and putting all these values in this equation, so we can obtain the diffusivity of gas. An empirical relation to determine the diffusivity of mixture of non-polar gases or polar with non-polar gases is defined as DAB by this formula, whereas DAB is the diffusivity, T is the absolute temperature, MAMB is the molecular weight of A and B respectively, PT is the absolute pressure, RAB is the molecular separation at collision, epsilon AB is the energy of molecular attraction, K is the Boltzmann constant, and this is the collision function, and this collision function is the function of temperature as well as the energy of molecular attraction. So the gas phase diffusion coefficient can be determined by several experimental methods. One method is tube bulb method. In this method, there are two bulbs connected to each other by a valve, and the length of this particular tube is L, and the conditions at bulb 1 at time t is 0 is equal to PA equal to P, PV equal to 0. At t time T dash equal to PA equal to PA dash and PV equal to PV dash, or PA1 plus PB1 equal to P. Similar here. So the pressure inside this valve is constant. As the time will go after opening this valve, the gas from this bulb will diffuse to the gas bulb 1, and the gas from bulb 1 will diffuse to the gas 2. Another method is the Stephen tube method. In this method, there is one gas is passing through this tube, and the tube having the shape of T, capital letter of English is T. So in this case, there are some volatile liquid. This liquid having some height in this particular tube. So as the gas passes from here to here, the stagnant film of the vapor will be diffused in the gas and it will be measured. So starting with the twin well method, The assumptions are negligible capillary volume, each bulb is always a uniform concentration, and pseudo steady state diffusion in the capillary. There is the tube cross sectional area. L is the length of the capillary tube. V1, V2 is the volume of the bulbs. PA1, PA2 is the partial pressure of the component A in the bulb A and B, where PA1 is greater than PA2, and this is the system already we discussed about it. So the two bulbs are connected by the narrow or capillary tube, and the diffusion will occur from component A2 from bulb A1 to bulb B. So this component will diffuse from here to here. So the mixture is kept uniform at constant temperature T. The two bulbs were filled with pure A and pure B, while the bulb at the middle of the tube were closed. The middle of the tube were opened to allow diffusion to start. At the end, the middle bulb is closed and the sample were collected from the bulbs and analyzed. When the valve of bulb 1 is opened, it is filled with pure A at the total pressure of P, and the valve of the bulb 2 remain closed. Same for other tube filled with B, so that the total pressure in the bulb remain constant. As total pressure in the bulb remains constant and equal, equimolar counter diffusion through the connecting tube occurs. Then, considering pseudo steady state diffusion in the capillary, so the pseudo steady state approximation is that at any instant of the diffusion through the connecting tube occurs as steady state. So, as the concentration in the bulb change a little, a new steady state of diffusion is attained simultaneously. So, this assumption would be valid or correct if the time scale of change of the concentration in the bulb is considerably larger than the time scale of the attainment of the steady state of diffusion through the connecting bulb. Then steady state diffusion of component A from bulb 1 to bulb 2. So in that case, the total rate of diffusion can be written by this expression, whereas bulb 1, this is for bulb 2, and CA1 and CA2 are the concentration of A in the bulbs. And we know that CA1 can be represented by this expression, as well as the CA2 is by this quantity PA2 upon RT. So we can putting this value in this system. So minus d over dt PA1 minus PT equal to A RT1 upon V1 of this one, and we will obtain this expression. And we use the following conditions: at t equal to 0, PA1 minus P2 equal to P minus P0 equal to P, and then at some other time T equal to T dash, PA1 minus P2 equal to PA1 dash minus PA2 dash. So upon integration of the above equation within the above limits, we will obtain ln capital P upon PA1 dash minus PA2 dash equal to A DAB L 1 upon V1 plus 1 upon VT into T1 dash. So this is the working equation for the calculation of DAB. Then the Stephen tube method. So again already T capital letter of English alphabet. So here the some volatile liquid is filled, and here some gas B is passing from here to here. So this component is A component, this component is B component, and above this liquid level there will be some stagnant vapor zone of this volatile component. So here the partial pressure PA1 is here, and here the partial pressure is PA2. So initially the PA2 will be 0, and we considering a very small amount of delta, small elementary element having thickness or height of delta Z at the Z position from this particular location. The assumptions are: the gas B is not soluble in liquid A, hence considered to be non-diffusing in B. The liquid level in the vertical tube will drop very slowly, and pseudo steady state condition can be assumed. Let any time t the partial pressure of component B in PB1 at a distance h from the top of the vertical tube, and the partial pressure at the top of the tube is PB2. A is the tube cross sectional area inner, Z is the height of the capillary tube above the liquid level, PA1, PA2 are the partial pressure component A, PAB1 and PB2 the partial pressure component B, PT is total pressure, PBM is the LM PB of B, log mean pressure difference of B. And Na equal to DAB upon RTZ multiplied by PT upon PBM and PA1 minus PA2, where we already discussed this formula in our previous lectures. So further, if the fall in the liquid level is dz in a small time dt, the number of moles of A that diffuse out is A dz multiplied by the rho A upon Ma. By material balance over the time dt, it can be written as in this format. Here A is the inner cross section of the vertical tube, rho A and Ma are the density of the liquid and molecular weight of A respectively. If at time t equal to 0, the liquid level is at Z0 from the top and at time t dash. At the end of experiment, the liquid level is Z dash and the integration of the above equation and rearrangement will provide this expression. So DAB equal to RT PBM rho A into Z dash square minus Z0 square divided by 2P MA into PA1 minus PA2 into T dash. Now moving towards the diffusivity of liquid. So you can see Cl dissolve in water, chlorine dissolve in water, having diffusivity this much. HCl diffusing in water, the diffusivity at this much at different temperature, different concentration. Similar for ammonia, CO2, NaCl and other compounds. You can see the order of magnitude of the diffusivity in case of liquid is 10 to the power 9, whereas in case of gases this is 10 to the power 5. So I want to show here by showing this table that the diffusivity order, the order of magnitude of the diffusivity. So in this case this is 10 to the power 9, in case of gases it's 10 to the power. So Wilke and Chang recommended the following correlation. DAB defined as by this particular expression, where this is the diffusivity of A, this is the molecular weight of the solvent, this is temperature, this is solution viscosity, this is solute molar volume at normal boiling point, and it is considered for this meter for water as a solvent, and this is the association factor for the solvent. This is for water, this is for methanol, this is for ethanol, and this is for non-associated solvent. So the measurement of liquid phase diffusion coefficient or liquid diffusivity. So this is the compartment 1, this compartment 2, there is some feed sampling, there is some rotatory magnets, there are some stir valves, this is some diaphragm, and this is feed or sampling. So a very dilute solution is kept in compartment 1 and a solution of slightly higher concentration is kept in compartment 2. The molecular diffusion takes place through the narrow pores of the diaphragm cell. This is the diaphragm cell. So there is a diaphragm in the middle from through the molecular diffusion takes place of the components. The pores inside the diaphragm are not a straight channel. It is a tortuous channel and the length that is not equal to the thickness of the diaphragm. So Na can be defined as minus DAB dC over dz. So further Na equal to DAB Ca1 minus Ca2 upon L into tau, where L into tau is effective length of the diffusive path and the concentration Ca1 is greater than Ca2. From the pseudo steady state approximation, we can rewrite the value of this as and for the other component for this much. So by putting these together, so we are obtaining this expression. Further, Ca1 naught and Ca2 naught are the initial concentration of Ca1 F and Ca2 the final concentration, and the compartment and the final concentration in the compartment at the time Tf, and by integrating the above equation we will obtain DAB equal to this. Then come to the diffusivity of solids. So diffusivity of porous solid. So in this case, collision of the diffusing molecules of a resistance to the diffusion. Yes, if the gas diffusion occurs in a very fine pore, when the diffusion occurs inside the fine pore, particularly at low pressure, the mean free path of the molecules may be larger than the diameter of the passage. The collision with wall become important, and diffusion arising from the collision is called from Newton diffusion. In that case, Newton diffusivity can be determined by the following empirical formula, and where lambda is the mean free path can be estimated by this particular expression. The Newton diffusion is only valid if d upon lambda is greater than 0.2 and less than 20. Both molecular and Newton diffusion takes place. So, where dk is the Newton diffusivity, L is the length of the pore, P is the partial pressure of the diffusing substances. Thermally activated diffusion. So, here the distance and energy of an atom has been plotted, and this is for atom, this is for vacancy. So, when the atom achieves this particular energy, it escapes from that particular position and reach at above level, and it's created some vacancy. So, you can see here initially at this position, at this distance here, and again it's moved somewhere else. So, the vacancy from here to here is moving. So, vacancy diffusion basically it's a thermally activated process. In that case, atom need enough thermal energy to break bond and squeeze through its neighborhoods. Energy needed is considered as a energy barrier, and it's also called as activation energy, like Q. The typical activation energy is almost equal to 1 electron volt. Therefore, a large fluctuation energy is needed for a jump. The probability of the fluctuation or frequency of jump is written as by this expression, where R0 is the attempt frequency proportional to the vibration frequency. This is suggested by the Swedish chemist Arrhenius, and Kb is the Boltzmann constant. So, number 1, the probability of finding a vacancy in an adjacent lattice site at the particular time is the P. The probability of thermal fluctuation is this much, and the diffusion coefficient will be the multiply. So, this and this. So, when you multiply this both things, then D will be the diffusivity of the gun. So, further you can rewrite this expression as D equal to D naught exponential to the power minus QD upon KB into T. So, this is termed as Arrhenius dependence, and this independence of the diffusivity. So, diffusion and temperature. So, diffusion coefficient increases with increasing temperature by the Arrhenius expression, where D is diffusion coefficient, P D naught is the pre-exponential, QD activation energy, R is the gas constant, T is the absolute temperature, KB is the Boltzmann constant. The diffusion coefficient is the measure of mobility of diffusing species, as we know that. And again, if you take the log of this expression, you will be able to find out this expression. Further, D has exponential dependence on T, as we know that. So, you can see if you plot the inverse of temperature here and the diffusivity here, you can see this is going like linear dependency. So, the diffusivity in this case will be the C in alpha Fe and C in the gamma Fe, whereas this is occur in this type of situation. This is an example for it. Further, the Arrhenius plot can be obtained by plotting the log of diffusivity versus inverse of temperature, and the slope of this line will be the QD over 2 by 3 R, and the intercept will be the D naught, and it is given it here. So Arrhenius plot, diffusivity for metallic system can be plotted here, and this is for your example. You can see how the diffusivity of different material is moving as the temperature will increase. Okay. So factors that influencing the diffusion and diffusivity. So for that, number one, temperature rate increases very rapidly with the increasing temperature. Diffusion mechanism, interstitial is usually faster than vacancy diffusion. Diffusion and host species, do not QD is different for every solute and every solvent pair. For microstructure, diffusion faster in polycrystalline versus single crystal material because of the rapid diffusion along grain boundaries and dislocation cores. Smaller atom diffuse more rapidly, diffusion faster in open lattice or in open directions, and self-diffusion coefficient for AG depends on the different diffusion path, and grain boundary and the surface less restrictive. So thank you. We will meet in next lecture. Thank you very much.